Accutane, the holy grail of all skincare products. This very strong medication is exactly what I took for around 400 days. I stayed at a super low dose, around 20 milligrams per day. I've heard stories of people doing up to 100 milligrams a day. I would never do that. Today, we are going to get into Accutane. What is it? What was my experience and the scientific breakdown with this drug? So, what is Accutane? It's a form of vitamin A. It's usually taken as a pill, used for severe or stubborn acne that doesn't respond to normal treatments. I'm sorry for everyone out there who used the benzoyl peroxide and the cleansers. It was made in the 1970s, and doctors noticed it shrank oil glands, so they started using it for cancer patients, specifically for skin cancer. And since acne is driven by too much oil, it ended up being one of the most effective acne treatments of all time, if not the most effective. Later on, it was finally approved for severe acne. And how does it necessarily work? So what Accutane does is it shrinks your pores and your oil glands. So this makes your body stop producing so much oil. When I was on Accutane, I had two different moisturizers, one more hydrating and the other one just a normal. The CeraVe one I really enjoyed. And this is the GOAT. This is the greatest moisturizer I ever used with Accutane right here. This stuff was no joke. Like after months, like 6 to 7, my acne cleared. I didn't even get razor burns. We're gonna get into this a bit later. It's a big process, the risks, the short-term side effects, as well as the long-term risks before you guys finally make your decision. It also reduces acne-causing bacteria. Weirdly enough, it calms inflammation. I actually thought this was the opposite. You know, that's another good sign. So let's go over some of the worst symptoms, the ones that you really don't want to get, the scariest risks. So we're talking about birth defects, simple, just, you know, don't have kids while you're taking Accutane. What I've also noticed was a very sharp pain in my spine. This would happen when I would go to the gym, when I would bend over, kind of just when my body was in awkward motion through sports or just moving furniture around. This is really only when I noticed it. Very dry lips. And to be honest, my dry lips have gone away, but they always come back every winter. Before I took Accutane, I never, ever needed any type of Aquaphor chapstick or anything. So keep that in mind. Your lips are gonna get very dry. Really advise you guys use Aquaphor and not Vaseline. That's just my opinion. I don't know like the science behind that, but Aquaphor really helped for me. And dry eyes is also an important one. When I took Accutane, I was in England, so, you know, very windy, very cold, so just get used to squinting. Mood changes, I mean, I didn't experience this one. Like, you're gonna act the same, I promise you. Nothing's gonna change. I did my research. It's been almost 2 years since I've been on Accutane, but I used to be in the forums, in the subreddits, just like asking people, like, when is it gonna work? This was actually a very depressing and emotional time for me, but it definitely was worth it in the end. The first few months definitely weren't fun, but you know, you have to do hard things in life in order to gain really positive, extraordinary results. So yeah, I'm very proud. I'm very proud of myself for doing it. I don't regret it. I don't. My skin wasn't too bad. I know a lot more people, a lot more of my friends who've been on Accutane with way worse skin than me, but I just hated acne. I hated the painfulness, the cysts, just all of the bad stuff. So I finally just wanted to get it over with Accutane. So I started taking it at a very low dose, around 20 milligrams per day. If you're wondering, that's why I took it for so long, around 400 days. Low dose Accutane works way better than high dose. So let's say, for example, someone hops on 2 40 milligram pills of Accutane every single day for around 5 to 6 months, or even 4 months. So what's gonna happen is they're gonna go through brutal side effects. It's not gonna be fun for them at all. It's just too much. In my opinion, I feel like this is a very strong drug and there's no point of doing that much at one time, especially starting out. You need to build your way up. It usually comes back. I mean, not as bad as before, but success rates, full success rates are definitely lower. I really recommend don't go past 20. I've had friends tell me they regret going to 40. If you're on a low dose longer, you get way more mild side effects, as well as acne not really ever coming back. So in my opinion, around the first week, 2 weeks, nothing happens. I feel like Accutane takes a while for any symptoms or any side effects to actually kick in. During week 2, you'll most likely go through a process called the purge. Around 60 to 80 patients get this purging process. Really isn't fun. If you need any words of wisdom or any encouragement, just use the comment section for a question you have. I'll make sure to answer it. Usually lasts around a month. I know it sucks. For me, I think it lasted around 3 weeks. My face looked terrible. The area that it mostly targeted for me was my upper lip, like fully around here. It looked like I had a mustache. As you got closer to my face, it was literally just pimples, but I'm not trying to scare you guys. This definitely won't happen to you. I was just very prone to acne in that area at that time. And if you guys want to know, I was 16 years old. Also, a lot of hormone science behind this is it actually does not physically slim down your nose, but it does tighten the pores around your nose. So if you have big pores around your nose, you might notice around the 2 to 3 month mark a slim appearance on your nose. And another upside is basically I didn't have to use shampoo or conditioner. I mean, I still use it occasionally, but I really didn't. Like, all oil production is kind of halted. The oil production in your hair is gone. If you guys have really greasy hair out there, maybe another reason why you consider Accutane. If you guys wanted to know when the acne started to fade, it was around a month and a half. From here, it just gets gradually better and better. It's very slow. Use that time to be thankful and just take in the process, because your acne is going to be gone, I promise you guys, no matter how severe it is. And when we finally get to around the 3-month mark, this is when you really notice a change in your appearance. For me, I was just super stoked every day. I wasn't scared to look in mirrors anymore. I wasn't scared to look people in the eyes when I talked to them, and I wasn't scared to wake up and touch my face. From here, it just got better and better. And I mean, basically from here, my acne was gone. Occasionally I would get a pimple, like a super small one. I would say around week 6, I legit did not get one pimple for about a year. Everyone I've basically known, when they've gone off Accutane, when they're on it for over a year or 200 to 300 days, I barely ever saw them with acne again. I know some people genetically have worse acne, so maybe they might need to hop on it one more time, but usually when you hop on it again, it's very mild and not as long. That's something that you're gonna have to see when you're finally done with the process. Vitamin A is known to mess up the liver, so you can't have more liver stress. So I would definitely caution large amounts of coffee, as well as alcohol or anything that you can think of that affects the liver, because your liver is going through enough with this vitamin A derivative. Very, very strong, upgraded force of vitamin A. Just keep that in mind. Use this as a time to glow up. You're already glowing up your skin, so might as well halt the alcohol use. I can make a whole nother video on this. Alcohol is not good for you in any way. It makes you uglier, makes you less ambitious. So use this as a time for reflection. Like this video if you found it helpful, and if you have any other comments, just let me know. Please just feel free to answer down below. I'll try to answer your question right away, and I really want you guys to take this into consideration. Watch other videos about it, of course, but in my opinion, I loved it. Wasn't fun in the moment, but definitely worked. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.